Alright, hello, welcome to folks on YouTube, because we're making this video on live stream also, giving folks on live stream a bit of a different view. I know that looks kind of weird. You're probably saying, what is that on the screen there? That's what it's this angle. There's the webcam there being held up by a rice bag on the top of my. So see those folks on live stream, you get a little more insight of where I'm at if you go over to YouTube. Okay, but the point is here, I started making a video and mentioning on live stream something that you folks on YouTube weren't privy to, because after I cut off the readings on YouTube and quit recording the passage, sometimes I blather on with something that the Lord's put in my heart and mind to speak. So that's why, sometimes I ask you folks on YouTube to befriend me on Facebook, and then, come on by and join us for the readings of God's Word. See, and somebody's here with me right now, but they're not letting on to who they are. That's why I've posted these things in the social chat. Okay, so on with it. In the end of 2 Chronicles 4, or actually near the end, it mentions all the gold that was in the tabernacle. It's neat too, because well, there's, backing up a little bit through the book, it mentions that the preparations for the building of the tabernacle, and I mentioned the folks on live stream once again also that as we read through these things, recognize the fact that all these items that were very specific to the life of Christ, to be specific in some way or another, they all point to Christ. Every little thing, every detail on every little thing. But all these things were going to be carried off with the carrying away into Babylon. All the things were going to be wrecked. Over the course of time, things were replaced with cheaper items. As the children of Israel wandered away from God, God allowed their things to become cheapened. But the folks from Babylon came along and stole away the things and destroyed the temple. But what's amazing? The Ark of God, where was that during that time? It's neat too, at the beginning of Chronicles, it mentions the fella who was in the time of Moses who built the ark. I'm not coming upon it here as I'm trying to glance over the page. The name of that fellow always eludes me. Huram? No, that's not him. That's the king of Tyre. Alright, but it also mentions that the Mount Moriah, around that same spot where it talks about Moses. So hopefully you can, okay, right there, Mount Moriah. It says, in the place that David had prepared for the threshing floor of Ornan. Well, of course, Mount Moriah was also going back to Abraham, the place where Abraham went to offer Isaac. So the temple was built over Mount Moriah, where the temple will be rebuilt at the tribulation time by the Antichrist. This is the same place. Alright, so then we get the details of the temple. That one fella mentioned somewhere, I'm still looking for him. Okay. But nonetheless, this is kind of the thought, that the things were destroyed, the carrying away into Babylon, it was, all wrecked. But the candlesticks with their lamps that they should burn after the manner before the oracle of pure gold. It's interesting to take note of when pure gold is mentioned, not just gold. So lots of gold, but only certain things were of pure gold. And once again, Jesus, Jesus. Back in Exodus 30, this is another little Bible, little study Bible of mine, that I used to listen to Alexander Scorby read on and take notes of. Notice this, in Exodus 30, once again, they're talking about the tabernacle, the temple, same stuff, the same thing, but we used to be under a tent, then Solomon built it in the big Solomon's temple there. But pure gold, thou shalt overlay it with pure gold. This is, I shall make an altar to burn incense upon. And then down here, but then over here, same chapter, Exodus 30. Take thou also unto thee principal spices of pure myrrh, 500 shekels. And then all these other spices, nothing mentions pure. Gold, myrrh. See a pattern so far? Same chapter. Verse 34. The Lord said unto Moses, Take unto thee sweet spices, stacte, and onycha, and galbanum, these sweet spices with pure frankincense. Of each there shall be like weight.